everybody, it's John from J2NA. We'll be taking a look at Adventures of Pip. First look, Adventures of Pip was actually one of the games that was featured at PAX, in one of the PAX 10, which is, they just have a little small indie booth upstairs where they highlight 10 specific games. It was a cool game. It's something that I actually beat before going to PAX. I Kickstarted it way back in the day. I ended up actually getting it on PS4 instead of Steam. I'm not sure why I did that. So this is the PS4 version of Adventures of Pip. It's a cool little platformer that has a cool mechanic where you actually change resolution, stuff like that. But we're going to take a quick look. Like I said, I've already beat it. So we'll take a look at some of the later levels that maybe you haven't seen. Should be fairly quick, but the general idea is that at each and every stage, let me go back to the very beginning. So you kind of start here, but the idea is that in each and every stage there's actually 3 villagers you need to rescue, as well as just simply getting through the stage. And each area, such as the forest here, has a boss at the end. You gain some abilities. Oddly enough, I mean, you see at the top right I have 2,400, I think it's bits is the currency. You can use it to buy upgrades, like health. You see I got a ton of health up there. It's completely unnecessary. You can buy things like a powered up sword, and you can buy health potions. I never once needed to use a health potion. Typically, I would just flat out die. I would never like lose enough hearts to slowly die. So we'll check out this level, see if I can find any more of the people. The villagers are hidden throughout the level, so that's kind of neat. I haven't. Oh, those guys actually. So here's the highest resolution that you can be. I don't actually like the high resolution guy. I like the second here's the second. Here's the first one. They each control a little bit differently. The first one, instead of double jumping, you kind of like hover when you like glide down. Yeah, decently speedy. The second guy is my favorite by far. He's the fastest, jumps the best. He has a like wall ride. He can jump off the walls, kind of Mega Man style. The third one obviously has that sword. It's bigger. He can hold on to the walls, but he can't actually jump off of the walls. So I actually prefer to be the second guy constantly. Oh, that was not good. Yeah. See, you don't need all your hearts when you just jump in lava. Here, I'll do the big guy. See how much slower this guy is? I really can't stand him because he's so slow. Especially when you used to play as the second one. So I usually go the second one. Yeah, like, and as you can see, you can freely kind of change down. You can always go down in resolution. You can only go up when you get those crystal-y looking dudes over there. Yeah, so like here I have to go down so I can get through. That's a pretty significant mechanic that they use all the time. The whole up and down thing. In the later levels, you do it a lot more. In the beginning, they kind of slowly ease you into it. You don't actually unlock the third resolution until, I don't know, the second or third world, so to speak. So it's definitely it builds you up to it. Oh, that didn't go well. So let's see if I can not die here. Yeah, these are the later levels, so they're a little bit more challenging, and platformers are always harder to play when you're actually talking through it. And I'm also kind of trying to find those 2 villagers I haven't gotten yet. Don't remember where they are. Well, I don't know where they are at all. That's why I haven't gotten them. That's about the only thing I have left to do in the game, honestly, is find all the villagers. The story itself is kind of cool. I mean, there's as you kind of expect, there's a bad witch. She's stolen the princess, because the princess has the ability to spawn bits, which is money. The bad witch can de-res people, which is turn them into a lower resolution so that they're not as cool. And in this world, for whatever reason, the lower resolution characters are like lower class citizens, essentially. So higher res you are, essentially you're seen as wealthy. So that's why everybody wants to be a higher res, but it doesn't matter too much. I've gotten an update or ability for him to be able to punch those through, but normally you have to actually be the 3rd level guy to do that. And then these you can only blow up by doing that. Oh, this is not good. There we go. And then obviously if you're the 3rd guy, you can't get blown up. Well, can't get pushed up by that air right there. So there's a lot of things like little things like that where you switch back and forth constantly. It's kind of the basic thing. So we'll play a couple levels. You guys will kind of get the idea. We'll see if I can. The interesting thing is that when you go back through and like replay levels, you actually get to I think you get to refight. Yeah, you get to refight the bosses, which is kind of an interesting mechanic because typically you're used to seeing, you know, the bosses are just gone forever. You never have to refight them, and that's definitely not true in this game. So I thought that was kind of interesting. No, that's not a thing. All right. There we go. Yeah, see, here's the wall jump going. Oh, no, jump. Alright. So, yeah, there's a little firewood right there. That's where a villager used to be. So that's the only one I've gotten so far. Which is kind of disappointing. I don't want to turn on this dude, but... Yeah, he's so much faster. There we go. So yeah, obviously having the extra hearts is helpful. As you can see, I'm not getting destroyed here, but it's not necessary. You kind of get them naturally, and you can buy a couple extra from the shop. So you, like, the shopkeeper's one of the first guys that you pretty much are like guaranteed to rescue. See, I don't know how to get to her, because you can't do the Mega Man type style jump to fly over there. So, we'll figure that out later. I haven't actually looked up any guides. There was one or two. Hey, he was supposed to drop. Come here. There you go. I haven't actually looked up any guides on finding the things yet, so I'm trying not to. But I probably will resort to that eventually, just so I can get the trophies for getting all the people. And here's the end of the level. Whoa, 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 whoa. So that's kind of the basics. I'll do another quick level here as well, but I really enjoyed the game. It was pretty fun. I think I beat it in, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours or so. It's a fairly short game. Obviously there's a lot of little levels, but it's kind of all the same thing. You kind of go through the level, they do a mechanic or two here or there. That gets interesting, but largely it's a platformer you run through. This one, the puzzle mechanic isn't too hard, but like I was saying, let me go back to the town. You can see where you can buy things. Buying things and upgrading your character is completely unnecessary. I think a lot of these people are actually probably backers for the Kickstarter. Completely unnecessary though. Buying the hearts is helpful, but like I said, like here, there's potions and auto potions to restore you. I never bought them. Completely useless. Fire orbs, never needed to do it either. Useless. Invincible against enemies, useless. These things will tell you if you're on a screen with a villager, but it doesn't necessarily tell you how to get there. And my problem was I would see the villagers, I couldn't figure out how to get there, so that doesn't really help. And the treasure detector's also useless. I don't care about treasure. It respawns every single time. There's nothing unique. The weapon thing was kind of neat. I mean, there's the upgrades that you can do the punch as the second level, and it'll destroy blocks that normally you have to beat the third level guy to destroy, so you don't have to go super slow. So yeah, I haven't bought the sword yet, but I don't like the third level guy, so don't really need the sword. But as you find villagers and stuff, like these shops open up. Previously they were all like destroyed buildings, and as you find more and more villagers, you get more and more buildings. So let's see. Yes, so 6.5 hours is the total I've played, but I spent a lot of time replaying levels. I think realistically it's probably 3 to 4 hour game. If you wanted to just kind of blast through it and not hunt through the levels for people, that's totally doable. I kind of wish the tavern was there. Maybe I have to find that guy later. I don't know. Maybe I haven't found that one. But yeah, as you find people, like I say, and they all show up here in the village, so it's cool. You can't go see the king and queen. So I really like the aesthetic of the game, though. It's a real pretty game. It's super fun to play. I hope they make a second, or at least something similar. I think there's a world that they can explore here. but whether or not it's going to be the exact same thing, it's kind of hard to say. I definitely suggest picking up. I'm not sure how much it actually is on PSN or on Steam. I should probably look that up, but I'd say it's definitely worth a good 10-15 bucks. Hopefully it's not more than that, but it's a good 10-15 buck game. I would not be surprised if it's one of those games that ends up on PS Plus as a freebie. Probably not anytime soon, but in the distant future, I would be surprised if that did not happen. It seems to be what Sony likes to do with a lot of their indie games, so definitely check it out. Here, I'll play one of these castle levels at the end real quick, because I doubt a lot of people, unless you've watched a full playthrough, have seen these. And they're pretty cool. There's just a lot more things to kill. The end boss was there was a couple little things at the end boss that drove me insane. There was like a run scene where you have to, the castle's being destroyed, you gotta run through everything. I kept doing it correctly, but I didn't realize that all I had to do was jump into the queen. So I kept trying to figure out where the next jump was, and there wasn't one, because there didn't need to be one. So I kind of bashed my head against that for longer than I wanted to, and that was a little frustrating, but overall, it was a very enjoyable game. There we go. I don't care. We'll take that hit. Killing guys will occasionally drop, I think it's apples, and it gives you a life, but for the most part, you just run through. Oh, I did not time that well. There we go. That worked out better. Nope. Not good. Alright. There we go. That worked. Alright, since I have the punch, I don't have to worry about those things. I kind of hate them. There you go. No, drop down through. There you go. So yeah, the controls are a little flighty sometimes. But it's not really an issue. Oop. Ooh, got them all at once. That was cool. Oh, I remember this. It's a race against the clock. That guy's going to explode and blow up everything. So you gotta get there before it disappears. There we go. That one took me a couple tries to do the first time. I didn't understand that I needed to just go. Ooh, that was close. I think I could have stayed on the side and not gotten hit, but way more fun to try and race it. Oh, that did. I did not bounce off nearly as far as I thought it would. Let's go. It's definitely in the classic game of platform where you just end up replaying the level over and over and over again. There aren't really any continues, so to speak. You can just play a level until you get pissed at it and stop playing. And there's like you saw, there's one or two little checkpoints throughout the levels, but there's not an exceptionally huge number of them. So you often do, especially in the later levels, you die and you have to replay quite a bit. Especially if you're like me and you're real impatient, so you just try to like blast through a level and you make the same mistakes over and over again. You'll eat up a lot of time doing that, which is kind of frustrating, but I'm sure if I go up there, there's something. Can I? Oh, and those are non-grabbable walls. If I can get a second bounce. So close. There we go. Hey, a guy I haven't gotten. Cool, that's the third guy for this level. Now I just gotta beat this level without dying. The nice thing though, if you do die once you've I don't know if that's which way I'm supposed to go or not. I'm gonna go this way so I don't have to actually die. If you do die after you got in a villager, I'm pretty sure that it actually it doesn't take the villager from you. They let you kind of keep them and go on, so you don't have to. Oh shit! So you don't have to refund them. Yeah, see, there we go. I still have the villager. Now I just have to beat the level so I can have it show up that I found him. I don't know why I keep playing with this guy. I hate him. I really wish that third form was not quite so slow. Especially once you get the punch that breaks through those blocks as the second form, there's really no reason to ever be that third form. You need... Oh, he was supposed to have switched. This is not going to be good. There we go. Yeah, I'm dead. You only ever really need the third form on like the final boss. And even though you can do it with the second form, it's just easier in the third because this sword has a longer reach. Yeah. Alright, let's not get screwed this time. Really need to beat it so I can get this dude. Boop. Oh, every time you die, it does reset your money though, which I thought was kind of weird because it doesn't reset the villagers, but it resets your treasure. And the treasure that you get is not always the exact same from every chest. So you can replay it through and get different amounts of treasure just based on chance. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I mean, why would you not reset the villager but then reset the money? I don't know, that's not a choice in my opinion, but since the money is so useless in this, I'm smart. So useless in the game overall. We'll just do a nice cut here so it looks like I didn't fail this like 30 times. Cry, edit this for me. Alright, finally got past that part. Oh, I forgot about this. There we go. So that's where you can see where the second form is just kind of hovers. Third form wouldn't actually get blown up at all, and then the last form actually you get blown straight up in the air. It's kind of neat. Ooh, I remember this. I don't think I can make that. Oh, I can. It's not the way I was meant to do that, actually, but that might make it harder. It does. Shit. The game controls real nice, though. Especially the second guy. He's real snappy. I think it's really interesting how the characters, the different variations of him as far as their resolution goes, they control completely, they feel differently. That's why I hate the third guy so much. He's so slow and sluggish compared to the second. And the first guy is appropriately mediocre, I would say. 'Cause he's literally just supposed to be just 1 pixel. So he's kind of nothing. He just glides a little bit. Sort of like, does remind me a lot of one of the Thomas Was Alone characters. At least in the way that they feel. And there we go. So I actually got all 3 characters there. Awesome. That only took way longer than it should have. It's cool though that the characters you rescue are also different resolutions. It's kind of neat. But we'll kind of end there. So that was a first look on Adventures of Pip, or last look for me, as it were. Since I've already beat the game. It was a good fun, but definitely it was a short game. But check it out if you get a chance. It's on Steam. It's on PS4. Pretty sure it's on Xbox and Wii as well, or Wii U. I think they did a ton of platforms in the Kickstarter. Check them out. Definitely a lot of cool art surrounding it as well. They did a lot of really cool like concept art and stuff like that. So give it a look. We'll have some links down in the description. Throw us a fave and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And you guys have a good one. Bye.
Hey everybody, this is J2A. We just want to say thanks for watching our video.
We appreciate any and all support we get from viewers, new and returning.
If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
Thanks again, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.